all these backwards. These names.
Mark, were you, did you guys get this one last time? Couldn't remember.
Yes, we got that.
Okay.
Carl, I think Carl said he wasn't gonna be able to make it.
Carl can't make it?
I think,
Total?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I.
Professional services.
Anybody else?
It's on email, no, just from Carl.
Which I'm
Okay.
assuming is,
It's taking, I may not be able to get those answers. You cross that door.
well, like I said, I've spent too many years in government accounting and contracting that, you know, and they may be playing the same game I used to play, which was you obligated all the money,
Mhm.
now it's taken care of your obligation.
Yeah.
But then we do the contract, and it's less money, and we use that money and split it off and trade it to something else.
Alrighty. Charlie won't be here either.
Oh, okay.
He's still in sunny England.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, look at you.
You said you like it.
Whoa,
Talk about being somebody now,
oh my God.
right?
Oh, did you get your gavel? There it is.
Wow. Kat loves me. She got me a gavel.
I was just thinking that's a watershed moment in the history of this board. We now have a gavel.
So last month or 2 months ago, I don't remember, the folks that immediately preceded us in this room, I don't know, some other people that obviously were very, more important than we are because they had a gavel. And they accidentally left it here. And so we got to use it. It was very exciting, I gotta tell you. Tingles up and down my spine, the whole 9 yards.
Sure.
And unfortunately, I was told that we were not allowed to secrete it away. Danae and Caitlin couldn't take it with them.
Yeah,
So
yeah, probably. Yeah.
now Kat got me one, got us one of our own.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing. Well, hello, everybody. It's 2 o'clock. We'd love to start, but we don't have a quorum yet. So we have to wait until at least one more board member comes. Carl and Charlie will not be here, so we're waiting for
Louis?
Louise or Jean.
Correct.
In the meanwhile, please help yourselves. Refreshments on the house. Everybody have a happy 4th of July.
Yep. Food, fireworks, and fun.
There you go. I was up in Gainesville on the 3rd, playing with the Gainesville Community Band at Fanfare and Fireworks.
Oh, what are you playing?
Percussion. Had a very good time. And then Thursday, we were at my brother's lake place in Hawthorne for barbecue and fireworks and so forth. These were fireworks we had to pay for ourselves. Dan Newland, we could not get Dan Newland to sponsor the fireworks for our little lake event. He only did the ones for Gainesville. And, but yeah, it was good.
Well, it looks like you walked away with all your fingers and toes.
Well, so here's the thing. We've been buying fireworks at the local fireworks tent, whatever, for many, many years now. And when we first started, our kids were small, so they all went out on the pontoon boat with the grandparents, and we adults were on the dock setting off the fireworks. Years go by, the kids turn 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They start coming on the dock with us, basically firework managers in training.
Yeah.
Now, they're all in their 20s, so now we're the ones with our parents still out on the boat watching, and they're the ones, they've taken over. So I'm not risking any more fingers as a result. So it's a beautiful thing.
Were you ever in fear of being a target?
You know, there was one year that my daughter and I went down to Nicaragua over New Year's, and we were visiting my older daughter, who was stationed down there with the Wisconsin International Guard. She was like in charge of security at the U.S.
Oh,
Embassy,
okay.
something like that. And so they bought a bunch of fireworks to set off on their pool deck for New Year's Eve. And one of the fireworks, one of the rockets, they lit it, and then it fell over
Yes, it
and
did.
shot into the swimming pool.
Oh, well,
And if
could
you've
be
ever seen a
worse.
firework go off inside a swimming pool, I mean, that stuff is going everywhere. And we were literally running for our lives. It was hysterical.
Lucky it didn't go through a window or,
No, nothing was broken. It was just
One
a
of those YouTube moments.
oh yeah.
very much so.
Well, they had that this year at one of the football fields. Was it Colorado or something, where they were doing the fireworks and they fell and they went into the crowd?
Wow.
Yeah. They said a couple of people were hurt, but not anything serious.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember forever, there would be homecoming fireworks at the University of Florida on the football field. We'd go there, the marching band would perform. This was Gator Growl, still goes on. Marching band would perform. Friday night, there would always be a guest star like Bob Hope or Gene Krupa or somebody big. They used to bring really, really big acts. And there would be skits, and then there'd be all these fireworks. It was so cool. That's back when they let you on the field. So we'd go there on the field and lay down a blanket and just lie down on our backs and see all the fireworks above us. It was really spectacular.
Yeah, sounds like it. Is there a time limit?
I was just about to ask, are any of these people tenured professors that we're waiting for? So we can
I
set
don't
the
know.
clock accordingly?
Good question.
I think we omitted that in the bylaws.
What's that?
I think we omitted the time in the bylaws.
Yeah, there's no particular time by which, I mean,
Yeah.
I say we give it till maybe 10 after, and then call it.
Okay.
In the meantime, I guess we need to decide at some point what to do about one member who's been absent much more than he's been here over the last year. And see if we've got an opinion about, is it time, because the bylaws do say
Mhm.
that there's a certain attendance required, and outside of that. Carl said he couldn't be here. Did Gene say anything?
I didn't hear anything from Gene.
All right.
No.
Well, folks, let me apologize in advance that there may not be a meeting today. Since they're here, are we allowed to hear from the public on an ad hoc, unofficial, off-the-record basis? Just people talking?
I mean, yeah, I guess they can speak if they would like, yeah. But anything business-wise,
You can't make any, without a quorum, you can't make any
decision. or-
decisions and vote on anything, but you can still discuss stuff. It's just that it can't be approved.
Right. I don't even know that it can be on the record, because it's a non-official meeting. The bylaws say you have to have a quorum in order to have a meeting. Well, since y'all are here, is there anybody that wants to say hi? Any complaints to lodge to Todd? He's here. You don't have to try to get him on the phone and wait for
like a big
wait for
target.
a phone call back.
Yeah, you can say what you want.
Come on up.
Wait a minute. I'll get up and tell a joke.
Have you heard this one? Have you
I'm
heard this one?
joking, as it's coming out of my mouth, I can't say any of those jokes.
No?
One thing that I do need to let you guys know, I will not be here next month. Are you available next month, George?
I anticipate so.
Okay, Charlie will be back by then, and so if we have,
I should be here.
if we have Mark and George and Charlie and Carl, hopefully,
Take my phone call.
we'll have a quorum. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town. Anybody else want to talk about their holiday? Have a good time? You still have your fingers. Lot to be said for that. Caitlin, what did you do over the 4th of July?
Fireworks,
Yeah?
yeah.
Did you have your own, or did you?
No, we went and watched them.
Okay, Inverness or Crystal River?
We actually just, drove around the neighborhood and just caught other people doing it, so.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
No, so because this is not a quorum, we're not allowed to talk about anything. Or
All right, can we
something.
talk about 4th of July? Fireworks?
No, I
No?
don't think we can really know.
Okay, all right. Let's all please sit quietly with our hands folded on our desks. Ay, 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 ay. I have a question. How do you know when you need a new computer? My little laptop here has got to be about 8 or 9 years old, and I love it. It's the perfect size, perfect everything, but the clicker, the mouse pad, it's sometimes it doesn't click, and so I'm concerned. At some point, I can't live without this thing. There's so much stuff that I do on a regular basis that's on here that I'm concerned that maybe I should replace it. I don't know.
Have you ever owned an airplane?
Never.
Oh, it'd be easier to answer that question.
I have never owned an airplane. I've never owned a boat. So,
And they let you live in Florida?
the thing is that it's always been my view that with my lack of mechanical skills, it's probably better to rent than to own. Outside of that, I don't know. I grew up with my dad. Our family car was a Volkswagen bus, 1968 Volkswagen bus. The simplest piece of machinery you could ever possibly imagine. And he did most of his own maintenance on that car, and I grew up learning how to do that. And of course, I in turn bought myself a Volkswagen Beetle, a 72 Super Beetle, and bought the maintenance manual and got some tools and set about making my first tune-up. I took out the spark plugs and cleaned them and gapped them and the whole 9 yards, went to put them back in. And if you ever worked on VW Beetle, you go in the back, the engine's in the back, and you open up this tiny little bonnet, and way in there are the spark plugs. Hey, we haven't called this yet. We have 30 more seconds.
It's,
There. So sorry, folks. Sorry to waste everybody's time. But anyway, so here I am. I've done everything.